my name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today I wanted to talk to you about the luxury bags that I am not going to buy and why. Now I've picked 5 brands and 5 bags from each brand. It's actually 6 brands. I'm just going to take you through why they don't interest me and why they won't form part of my collection. Now, this is not a disclaimer, it's just to say these are my opinions. We all have different style and taste. So if you find this offensive in any way, my apologies. I don't mean to offend you. I'm just talking about the bags and why they don't work for me. And I'll be sharing the bags that I won't be buying from Fendi at the end, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to start with Gucci, and I have got my phone here because I've got pictures of all of these, which I will pop in over here so that you can see them and know what I am talking about. But for someone that loves silver hardware, I'm not a fan of the new Gucci Marmont. I keep looking between the viewfinder and the lens for some reason. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this new camera. So the Gucci Marmont is, well, there's a silver hardware range now, and you would have thought for me that I would love that because I love silver hardware, but I don't like it on these bags. And the new metalace quilting, I don't know why, it's just not working for me. And maybe it's the real, like, I love cool tones, but this blue and the grey and the black that I can see, there's also like an olive green, they look a bit dirty. The colours look a bit dirty, and I never thought I'd hear myself say this, but I find the silver hardware looks a bit cheap on them. So yeah, I don't know why they changed the quilting. It's very, very harsh now. I think the chevron of the original quilting was much nicer. This kind of geometric print, I don't like it. The next style from Gucci that I have tried to love is the Horsebit 1955. I really don't like it on the, I think it's like the Ophidia bag. It looks like it's just the Horsebit part has just been stuck on. But I have tried to really enjoy the mini bag, the 1955. I quite like it in the white, but I don't know. It's something about me and vintage style bags. I prefer the more modern looking bags, and you'll see that as a trend as I go through some of these bags. Okay, the next one is the Ophidia shoulder bag. This is going to be brutal, but it looks like a cosmetic bag with a strap added on. If you are familiar with the Louis Vuitton cosmetic bags in the kind of, the same shape, that's what this looks like to me. I really want to find a Gucci GG Supreme print, probably in the Ophidia, that works for me because I love that style of bag, and I actually quite like the one that Connor has, and I think Tote's Jean, he's another YouTuber. I'll link his channel as well. I think he's got it too, and I quite like it. It's more of a vertical, north-south bag. Anyway, I'll put a picture in here so you can see, but that's kind of the closest style that I've found that I like, because they're either too big or too small or too weird, like this one. The Gucci Jackie bag, again, look, I'm sure it's beautiful on the right person. It has very vintage vibes. It just doesn't work for me and my style. But also this bag, unless you're holding it handheld, there's no way that bag is going over my shoulder. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who has that complaint. So yeah, just for wearability alone, I'm saying no. But also, yeah, it's a very vintagey. I think its time has been and gone. And the final one from Gucci is the Gucci Diana bag. Now, I thought that I wanted to love this, I should say. When it first came out, lots of people were showing it in shopping vlogs. I went to the store to see it because of the bamboo. I just love that bamboo texture. But there's a few things about the bag that I don't really like. The colours are not, I don't know, I'm not loving the colours. But the structure of that bag, I actually prefer the vintage models in the pebbled leather. This leather is a little bit too smooth, and I think you'll also find through this list of bags that smooth leather and we're just not friends. I need texture in my bags. and I'm just thinking about my peekaboo, but I love that because that's going to open up and smile and sag. But yeah, I overwhelmingly, from other brands beside Fendi, I need texture. The next brand that I want to share with you is the bags I won't be buying from Hermes, and I could probably just very quickly say all of them. All of them. Why? Because they're very plain. A lot of them are quite cumbersome, they're very hard to get, and they're very expensive for what they are in my mind. You know, look at the Kelly bag. I know people just love this bag, and I want to see what you love about it, because I just can't get my head around it. And for pre-loved bags to sell for like $20,000, and it looks beaten up, and it looks, yeah, I just don't understand. The garden party, I actually don't mind. It's probably one of my favorites from Hermes, but I'm not going to buy it. It's also the cheapest, which, what does that say about me? Then you've got the Pickerton. The Birkin, people will often ask me, oh, if you had to choose Birkin or Kelly, which would you choose? I'd choose the Birkin. But like, I can't say why, other than I think it looks more relaxed. And again, $21,000 for this one, pre-loved. It looks like it's been bashed around. I don't know. I like Done But Undone, but I don't like these. And my least favorite is the Hermes Evelyn bag. Like, I'm just scrolling images here, right, on Google, and I don't think it looks very good, really, with most of the outfits. It's all bag, like it's huge. It looks good street style, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Sorry. All right, so the next brand is Chanel. I've made no secret of the fact that the Chanel trendy for me. It is a very mature style, let's just say. It looks like the style of bag that the Queen Elizabeth would be wearing. Even in this really edgy so black style, I think it still looks quite dated. I do love the hardware across the top of the trendy bag. I think that is trendy, but yeah, the lambskin, all of the details that trendy lovers would love are the things that I hate about it. The really smooth lambskin, the shoulder strap, and the shoulder strap length, the concertina kind of style of the bag. Yeah, not a fan, will not be buying. And currently in Australia that bag's like $9,500, which is, you know, crazy expensive. The Chanel 22, again, no surprises. When it first came out, I was posting on Instagram, this looks like a garbage bag, and, you know, Balenciaga agree with me. Again, lots of smooth leather. This bag reminds me of the freebie that you get at a conference, and you'll probably get a water bottle and a stress ball. Not a huge fan. Some of the colours that they put out were really beautiful. But again, it has that really vintage vibe, and I'm not about that. I don't know why. I just, the medallion and things, it looks quite vintage, and yeah, maybe it's the gold hardware. I don't know, but for $8,220 for the small size, yeah, that's a big investment, that bag. The Coco Handle from Chanel. Look, this one is quite nice. I think this is from the Métier d'Art, and it's actually quite reasonably priced for a mini and all of this gold work, $9,700. This is probably one that I could go close to, you know, at a stretch. If it was given to me, I wouldn't complain. Because I like that handle detail on it. I think that's really beautiful. But yeah, these top handle bags, they look like little granny bags, and Chanel could do so much better. And I think, you know, even putting a top handle on a classic flap would be better than some of these. They just, the trapezoidal shape has made them look really, mature looking. The Chanel Classic flap in medium and small, I'll just use the same picture. I have owned both of these in the past, and that's why I know that I will not be buying them. The medium flap, the chain length is so short, even single chain, and it just sits at a really awkward spot. And now that I've done my styling course, I actually understand that for me, having something sit, you know, at my rib cage isn't great. It makes me look a lot wider than what I am. And I don't know if they've been made for midgets or what, but yeah, crazy. And I think it was a great idea that Amelia Rose actually got her strap lengthened, because she wanted to love her bag, but the strap length was the only thing that stopped her. So I think that was a really good idea. If I can find her video, I'll link it in the description box below. And the small classic flap, there's hardly any difference between that and the mini rectangular, in my opinion. The mini rectangular is actually easy to wear, more versatile to wear, and cheaper. You've just got to try and get hold of it, but they're both equally difficult to get hold of. This medium flap is going for $13,850 AUD at the moment. Like, that's just not going to happen. And then to send it off to the leather surgeons to have the strap extended, like, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay, over to Dior now, the saddle bag. Again, I like this. I think it's quite edgy. I especially like it with the guitar straps. However, there go the dogs. Posty must be on the way. However, wearing it on my shoulder is just not a vibe for me, and hand carrying that bag, there's other bags that I'd prefer to take with me. So even though it's an icon and it still tempts me, I don't see a Dior saddlebag in my future. The large Lady Dior bag, look, it's beautiful to look at, but I think these really boxy bags that look very la-di-da, like, to me, I just rebel against them. I want something. I think this bag would look great in a really put together outfit, and then I think, well, I like to dress the opposite of that. I like to dress down. I like things that look like they're out of place, and I don't think that this bag does. This is, interestingly though, one of the the best value for money Lady Dior's that there are. I think it's only about $1,000 more expensive than the small Lady Dior, which is crazy when you look at the amount of leather that you get for your money. Now, the small Lady Dior ABC, I sold it. Beautiful looking bag, but many things just didn't work for me. Firstly, I found the strap length really annoying. I had bought mine at a time when the strap length was really odd. It wasn't quite long enough to crossbody, and so I had to buy an aftermarket strap, which really annoyed me. The flap over the top, even though it's for security, it's a tiny bag. Like, somebody is going to really struggle to get their hand inside your bag while you're wearing it. If it's about things falling out, if you are going to let that bag fall over and risk scratching all of that beautiful soft lamb leather, like, losing your things is the last thing that you've got to worry about, because the damage you'll do to that bag is crazy. So yeah, I've tried it, and I can safely say I will not be trying it again. The 30 Montaine bag, initially when it came out, I was quite interested, but over time I've seen how that bag has worn, and again, I think it's the really boxy nature of the bag. It kind of reminds me of the Celine box bag. It's just too boxy and too straight and too put together and too perfect for me, so it's a no. And the final one, which, you know, is an obvious one from Dior, is the Dior book tote. I adore the beautiful embroidery on these bags. I really do. And every year, every season, they come out with a new design. I fall more and more in love. But then I think, what am I going to use this bag for? And I know I said it about my Fendi Sunshine Shopper, but it's so unuser friendly. And a lot of people that own it say it's great for Instagram, but yeah, traveling with it on a plane, it doesn't fit under the seat. Why would you, you know, risk putting it in the overhead locker and whatever's in there? So then you have to carry it to your destination in flat pack in your suitcase until you get there, and then you can use it. Like, it's just a pain, and it's so expensive for what it is. And when I say for what it is, I mean for the usability of it. Because I can very safely say that none of these bags are worth the price that we pay for them. None of them. Whether they're made of leather, they're embroidered, you know, they're insanely priced. So, but yeah, every time I look at the book tote, I just think, how, why? Yeah, so it's a no. I'm like, I should be near the end right now, shouldn't I? But no, I'm not. Okay, so we're up to Louis Vuitton, and then we're going to finish with Fendi. Oh, Louis Vuitton, you broke my heart. The price increases on the Kassan BB just killed me. I had this beautiful kind of fuchsia magenta coloured bag in my wish list for maybe a couple of months. I saw it in store. I thought it was beautiful, despite Connor hating on that bag massively. I thought he'll get over it. I love the chain detail that had the kind of little perspex inlay, and it was under $5. It was like $5.2 or something like that. And then a couple of price increases came, and now it's $6,450 Australian, and I just can't, I don't love it enough for that. I think it's such a beautiful, versatile bag, but I just, no, like that's an insane price. So no to the Kassan. The Keepall bandolier, I owned one of those. I wanted to be the person at the airport. I wanted to flex with my Louis Vuitton Keepall. Oh my God, what a cumbersome bag that thing is. It doesn't fit enough for me for like a weekend trip. It's too small for that. Because I want to fit my toiletry in the bag as well as my clothes and shoes. It is heavy if you fill it up. It has this horrible little, you know, keeper on it, I suppose, that is supposed to make it more comfortable so that the strap doesn't slide off your shoulder, but it actually digs into your shoulder. The only thing I found it any good for was packing in the top of a suitcase so that if I did some shopping whilst I was at my destination, I could pull it out and then put my, you know, valuables in the bag and then carry it on board, and it wouldn't be too heavy. But any handheld kind of things that are big like that, I'm not a fan of at all, and I will not be buying another one. Louis Vuitton's Alma BB. Yeah, I know this is going to shock a few people. I've got the Alma PM in the multicolour, and I love the proportion of that bag for the base. The BB, I just find, I've tried it a few times, the base is too wide, and where it hits me, I just find it really clumsy and awkward. It's a bag that I would not wear handheld because it just looks too pretty and proper, and that's not me and my vibe. I want to love it. I have tried to love it in the canvas, in the empreinte styles, in the epi leather. I just don't. The Louis Vuitton Speedy in any size except for the micro. I have a Speedy 35, was one of the originals in my, well, it was my first designer bag that I bought from the boutique. It's in a white epi leather. If I've got a picture, I'll pop it up here because it's packed away because it does not get used. It is big and bulky and cumbersome. I bought the Speedy 25 in the denim at the beginning of the year, and again, I just really struggled with it. It just was a shape that just wasn't my vibe. And I look at the nanos and I think maybe a nano, you know, with the new detachable strap, maybe that will work for me. But I just don't think it will. And I know that there are so many Speedy lovers out there, bandolier or classic. I'm not dissing on your bag. It's just, I just struggle with it. I really do. And the final one, and this is probably going to upset my friend Meredith from Living Luxe with Meredith, I'll link her channel below, is the twist. The Louis Vuitton twist. I owned a twist. I sold the twist. I found it, again, too structured, too bulky. I had the MM size, but I still even think the PM size, now that I've looked at a few more, trying to replace my original twist, I really don't like them. I think what I would like is, they used to do a little wallet on chain kind of version of the twist every now and then. I think that's a really sweet size. That's something that I could get on board with for sure. But any of the twist boxy bags, yeah, not for me. Okay, so we're finally at Fendi. What is it that I am not going to buy from Fendi? Oh. Okay, it's like talking about your best friend behind their back. It just feels wrong. The Fendi, by the way, in the medium size. It's like a little Boston bag. It's totally not my vibe. It's probably the same as the Speedy bag, I suppose, in terms of the silhouette. And the smooth leather is like, I like textured bags. If the By the Way in the medium size was to come out in something textured, I'd still probably say no. I recently tried on the By the Way minis with the new little perspex handles. They're super cute, but again, the smooth leather means that I wouldn't buy one. But maybe if they came out in some kind of texture, I might be open to it. The Fendi Montresor, it's this tiny little bucket bag. Look, they are stunning, stunning designs. Really beautiful, really unique and interesting, but bucket bag silhouettes just don't work for me. It's not something I gravitate towards. It doesn't work in the way that I dress. There's another little dumpling bag at Jimmy Choo at the moment that I think is beautiful, but I won't buy that because of the lessons that I've learned with the bucket bags. Fendi's mini shopper tote, the mini sunshine shopper. So this one, but it looks kind of like the petite sac plate from Louis Vuitton. I've tried it. Again, really too structured for me. Just too structured. Super cute, but too structured. The Fendigraphy. I wanted the Nano to work for me and to buy a strap to connect to the Nano and just wear it as a teeny little mini bag. I have tried the small size. I can't wear it on my shoulder. It would be handheld, which kind of negates the point of all the lettering on the base of it. It's just a bag that's not for me. I think Meredith and I talked about this in our Fendi Q&A. It's just not a bag that, yeah, I have to try too hard to make it work, and that's a sign to say leave it. And finally, and this one is probably going to surprise you, the final bag that I won't be buying from Fendi is the 1997 style baguettes. Now I'm saying this and we're waiting for Fendi to launch the 25th anniversary of the baguette in September. So I may well be eating my words, but the reason I say that I will not be buying these is, again, the strap drop. I can't wear it as it was intended to be worn. The last drop of baguettes from Fendi have got a slightly longer top handle, which means you could wear them over your shoulder more comfortably than the original ones. And so, you know, there's hope. That is my primary reason as to why I won't buy one, is because I can't wear it on my shoulder. When you've got quite a chest, putting anything along the side of you that adds to the width of your body is not a good look, even if it is a beautiful sequin sparkly Fendi baguette. So yeah, I don't feel like it's something that I will ever buy, but you know, you can tell me I told you so if I break that one. So look, 6 brands, 5 bags per brand that I will not be buying. How good is that? All this money I've saved, all these bags I do not need to buy. What about you? Is there anything in here that you're just totally, you know, shocked by? Or does it make sense when I explain my reasoning? And what would you add to the list? What are some bags from brands that you just don't ever see yourself buying? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back here for more videos. Until then, ciao.